Hello, some players. This is Yes We Camp coming at you today with a review of the K1 submachine gun, or at least it's labeled as a submachine gun in game. First of all, it's been a very long time since I have done one of these video reviews, so I would like to apologize in advance if I may sound a little bit rusty. But let's get on to business now. I was very curious about the K1 because it's a common weapon in Korean games, in Korean first-person shooters, for the simple fact that it's a real-life weapon from Korea. And for this very same reason, usually Korean weapons are good weapons in Korean games. I mean, it makes sense if we think about the K2, the other Korean weapon in SF2. The K2 is one of the best weapons in game. It's one of the elite assault rifles, and also the K1. I was curious to find out if it played more like a hybrid between a submachine gun and a rifle, because that's a tendency I've noticed in Korean games. I can tell you right now that's not the case. The K1 plays exactly like other submachine guns in SF2. So high rate of fire and somewhat mediocre accuracy, mediocre range, and as the rate of fire is similar to the MP7, so it's high, although not the highest, but it's high, so it's decent. The damage, the K1 kills in 2 shots to the head. It's pretty consistent with that, and in 5 shots to the chest up close, and 6 shots to the guts, and way too many shots to the limbs, and these figures are in line with other submachine guns in SF2, the MP7, for example, the Chris Vector, the Scorpions. So the damage is up there. As for the range and accuracy, this gun suffers the same problems suffered by other submachine guns. I mean, it's not very accurate. The first couple of shots, but beyond that, the spread builds up pretty quickly, and especially on at medium range, it becomes a hard kill, because not all of your shots are landing on your intended target. They are not landing all on the head of your enemy, or even on the big target, on the chest or the gut. There are bullets that will fly around your crosshair and hit the limbs or miss completely, and so it will take a lot of bullets to kill a target at medium range. It may take even half of your clip. Also, it may take too long, and you may die in the process. So that's a common problem in submachine guns in SF2. That's why they are somewhat underpowered. They are an underpowered class of weapons in SF2. Let's talk about how to control the gun. The hip fire is mediocre, but it's enough at close range, at submachine gun range. So that's what I recommend to use when you are in the face of your enemy. And also I recommend to go full spray when you are up close, to take full advantage of the damage output. When you are starting to be a little bit farther away from your target, you have to use the zoom, the right click, and also you have to use short bursts. when using short bursts, you basically take away all the vertical jump. You may notice from the you may have noticed from the recoil tests. The vertical jumps, the vertical recoil, the vertical jumps basically gets cancelled when I use the short bursts, and also using the right click, using your zoom, will definitely improve the spread, because simply bursting and using your hip fire doesn't improve the spread very much. I mean, it does improve it, but it's very very subtle, and it's not enough when you are not very close to your enemy. So that's really an adjustment you have to do when you are I'd say around 10 meters from your target. You really need to burst and use the right click. Other than that, it must be noticed that the K1 is a very very expensive gun. You cannot buy it for cash. You can only use supply points, and it costs 30,000 supply points. I mean, that's a massive price tag. For the same amount of supply points, you can get 2 weapons out of the AK-417, FAMAS, and the K2, which are 3 of the best the best weapons in game. And so I think that price tag is not justified at all. And so my final verdict is that I do not recommend purchasing this gun. One, because it's not really a submachine gun that stands out. It doesn't have the 40 bullets of the MP7, for example, or doesn't have the accuracy of the Chris Vector, or the sheer power of the Scorpion. So I do not recommend purchasing this gun, because you don't get an elite gun, and you have to pay a very expensive price that it's not justified at all. And so this is it. I hope you have enjoyed this review. If you liked it, please leave a like and leave a comment. If you see me in game, feel free to add me as a buddy. I would like that. If you like these reviews, please leave me some feedback, so I know you want more, and I'll keep delivering. This is Yes We Camp, signing out. Peace, and I'll see you guys later.